Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So tonight, before I go to bed, I am going to dehydrate a couple of things. I'm going to do spinach and leeks. Neither one of these have to be blanched, and I'm going to use the herb living food setting. I need water really bad. I'm going to put the humidifier in the room tonight because I am drying up like the Mojave Desert. But you can do it at 125. I wouldn't do it any higher than that because then you'll be cooking it. So I'm going to use the living food setting, 105 degrees. And that's just because my vegan friends tell me that keeps, it's essentially still a live food. All the nutrients and stuff stay in there. They do pretty much at 125 as well, but even more so, it's still considered live at 105 degrees. So I'm going to use that setting. I have my tray here. I'm using an Excalibur. And spinach dehydrates really pretty quickly. You can do batches of this during the day while you're just cleaning or whatever. If you have a lot of spinach, you want to lay it out in a single layer. I mean, it won't hurt if it's touching and what have you, but you don't want it piled up. Well, I wouldn't even be able to get my tray back in if I piled it up because it's a pretty thin space between shelves inside there. Though I could take out the next one and wouldn't be a problem like I did with the cabbage. So that's all you do, easy peasy. Lay it out. Spread it around. And pop it in the dehydrator. To the next one. Make sure you don't have any icky leaves. A few of the ones on top froze, which is fine, but I just went ahead and pulled those off. See, there's one right there. They were starting to freeze in my refrigerator. I was like, no you don't, we've got plans for you. I like to use this in a lot of recipes, but one of my favorites is in ramen to make army stew. If you don't have bok choy, which you can dehydrate bok choy, this is a nice alternative to put greens in your soups and such. So there we go, that's all of our spinach. And like I said, spinach dehydrates really pretty quickly. now we are going to do our leeks. These were really young, small leeks, and I saved the tops to put in my turkey broth when I make my turkey broth. It'll add some nice flavor. And these are good to use in soups, stews, potato leek soup, or any way that you would need to maybe use a green onion, especially if they're small, tender ones like these. So I'm just going to do the leeks and the spinach together. And if you don't like the smell of onion, you'll want to either do this outside or in the garage. And I just separated the layers. And I'm separating the ones that I didn't get. See how small these were? Young leeks, I guess you'd say. So just have all your layers separated, spread them out, doing them at the same temperature, and I'm pretty sure the spinach will be done before the leeks, but we'll see. Just put the tray in there. And if you have some regular onions you'd want to add, or some garlic, you can do that. And all you do is put the front on this. That's it. And then right there is the temperature, and you have a list there. You can raise your bread, you can make yogurt, do jerky, your herbs, all kinds of things in the Excalibur. And then all you do is plug it in, and you're dehydrating. So I will see you guys when this is coming out of the dehydrator. Okay everybody, it's the next morning, and I have turned off the dehydrator and let it cool. And I have a jar I already started. Remember when we did the cabbage? We're just gonna put it in the jar. I use moisture absorbers because where I live it's very humid. So you can put a moisture absorber and an oxygen absorber in the bottom of your jar. And then you won't lose your stuff to moisture. And that's it. It's as easy as that. So I'm going to take this and do that. Little stems are stuck in the holes. See, and if you just keep doing what you have little bits at a time, you'll end up with quite a bit. And this is a good way to make sure you don't lose your produce. If you don't think you're going to use it, dehydrate it. So that pushed down. This one will work more better. No. So I went from hardly any to probably needing a bigger jar. Need to get my groove on this morning. It's very fragile, so you'll have more of a flake than you will whole leaves, unless you have a big gallon mason jar that you can pack loosely. So that's our spinach. Let's see if I can fit the rest of this in there. And get a little bitty jar for our leeks. Your leeks and green onions will dry to practically nothing. These little stems on your spinach gets stuck in the little holes. So there it is. We have a full jar of spinach. See. I was thinking a little 4-ounce jar would be best. I must have used it for something and don't know it. There we go. And there's our leeks. All teeny tiny. This is what I use. Put that in there. Then the rings you have left from canning, just put that on there. Put the lid on and there you go. Leeks, green onions, whatever you have. So, and I saved the tops to add to my broth that I'll end up making. So anyways, that's it. We're going to do another dehydrating video. And so if you have any questions, post them down below. And you stay safe, you stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.